They're coming off a 24-18 win against Troy at Troy last weekend. Their next game is against Arkansas State on October 13th. That game will be on ESPN2 and will be a Tuesday night contest. Coach Jones, before we get started with questions, please give us your thoughts on last week's win against Troy and the preparations for Arkansas State.
Yep, a huge win for our program. They obviously kind of circled our name on the schedule and really were out to get us, and I thought our kids responded in a great way, and it was a great environment up there. You know, Troy put on a great show. Their fans really supported, our fans supported. It was a great night. Arkansas State's obviously a very good football program with a lot of great athletes, and just started watching film on them and know more in the next few days.
Thank you, Coach. And before we get to questions, just wanted to ask you about your thoughts on the linebacker Kalen Jackson, who was named this week's Defensive Student Athlete of the Week.
Just came out and played an unbelievable game. Had 2 interceptions, had several tackles, a couple for losses. Really was all over the field. Great young man in the classroom, and he's just a joy to be around.
Thank you, Coach Jones. Our first questions come from Troy Schulte with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Troy, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hey, I was just curious about all of your transfers that you guys have playing key roles this year. You know, when you brought all those guys in, was there any concern about chemistry just because of the number, or just because a lot of them came from the same place? Was it a little bit different situation than maybe a normal situation like that?
No, I think our kids obviously welcomed them in, and it was a unique situation. Everybody knew it, and those kids are looking for somewhere to play, and they're very good players, very good people, and we're glad to have them.
And with Cody specifically, I mean, what have you seen from him these first few games? What have you liked, and what do you think going forward? Do you still kind of want to get out of him, want to see him improve and everything?
Yeah, he's we hadn't protected him great. He's been hit a few times, and we got to do a better job there. His percentage throwing is a little bit low. We throw a lot of deep balls, and but we got to get our protection short up just a little bit better to help him in his percentage. But overall, I thought he's a gamer. He is a warrior, and he's a winner.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Troy. Appreciate the questions. Coach Jones, just wanted to finish up with a question about the battle for the belt this weekend. It was the inaugural game of this new rivalry trophy. Did you notice anything with your guys afterwards or before the game? Any excitement going into that rivalry game, and then afterwards with the actual trophy, the belt itself?
Yeah, it really added a lot to the game. It's probably one of the best things that's happened to that game. It was already a rivalry, but when you add that to it, it really elevates it, and I think the fans get into it more, and certainly the teams had a little jawing on social media back and forth and that kind of thing. So it's always fun when you got a rivalry game, especially when you got a trophy to be handed to the winning team, and that's something that bragging rights for every year. So we can brag this year, and we're excited about the win.
And one last question: as you prepare for Arkansas State, which is a Tuesday night game, what's the preparation and schedule like as you prepare for that game, which you're hosting on October 13th?
Our preparation for Arkansas State is they're a very good, talented, well-coached football team. We realize that what kind of program they have. We want to be at their level. We want to get there, and we can learn a lot about how they do things. So we got a great challenge ahead of us, and looking forward to playing them.
Thank you, Coach Jones. Appreciate your time.
Okay.